Aurora Seaside breathed her first salt-sweet gusts on 19 July 1998 in a weathered bungalow raised on eucalyptus pilings above the turquoise swells of California's Rincon Point. Outside, pelicans skimmed foamy chop, while her mother, a traveling surf soul saxophonist who presses lavender petals between extra reeds, coaxed a lull groove that rattled chipped mugs on the sill. Her father, a tide chart illustrator who sketches cloud dolphins on cafe napkins, leaned so close their freckles mingled and promised his newborn that beach gossip, hallway smirks, and any rat quitting at 14 would scatter before a spirit bold enough to stand in her full glow. Curves rippled through the seaside line, the way warm channel currents thread beneath cool Pacific fog, so nobody gasped when baby Aurora blasted the seams of a second cotton swaddle long before the kettle whistled. But Grandma Lou slid a fishing line, needled through every tear, patching squares of old kite sail, then laughed that 2 palms of extra cloth cost mere pennies while asking a child to shrink Steele's whole skylines of sunrise. Primary classroom smelled of cedar shavings, cinnamon churro steam leaking from the canteen door, and ocean mist sneaking through cranky louvers. Aurora already rose half a head taller than her desk mates, blotting projector light whenever she traced Graywell routes on the pull-down atlas. One windy recess, 2 boys hop-skipped rings chanting, "Slow barge," each slapped her rubber sandals made on chalk lines. That evening, she prowled the tide line, pocketing soda caps, polished pearl by surf. She threaded them on monofilament, stitched the rattling spine down her seafoam hoodie, and breezed into class at dawn, scattering rainbow freckles across cracked ceiling tiles. A reading volunteer captured 7 shaky seconds on a prepaid phone, posted the shimmer to an early video nook, and by lunch, 15,000 strangers cheered the girl who melted mockery into lighthouse flare. Aurora wrote one violet promise beside multiplication drills: clouds crowd only until you flash them bright. Saturday dawns belonged to the pier where her mother's sax riffs tangled with diesel coughs from charter boats, skillet hiss from fish taco stands, and gulls hustling for sardine scraps. Retail jeans halted at Aurora's thighs, so she traded tip-drop quarters for sun-bleached gill net, unraveled it into rope, crocheted high-rise culottes, airbrushed sea otter silhouettes in squid ink, and posed at tangerine sunset against rust-streaked bollards. While her cousin snapped grainy photos, every frame sailed into an online journal named Lantern Ripple, the same week a shiny photo app fluttered across patchy coastal cell towers. Captions danced between surf slang and straight truths like curves anchor gusts steadier than seawalls. 2 months before her 16th birthday, 48,000 unseen hearts tapped little icons under each mango shot. Proof glowing rectangles hushed cafeteria whispers faster than any vice principal whistle. A renewable wave grant carried her north to Oregon State. Daylight vanished in Flume Labs. Nights belonged to a 24-hour taco truck glowing neon guava beneath cedar silhouettes. The heat lamp became her softbox. Between Carnita's orders, she filmed 90-second reels, folding parchment into beach rose barrettes while translating dart rotation in half lecture zing, half shoreline hush. On upload, mixed seal barks with a lo-fi shuffle while she chain-stitched reflective anchor cord into thrift denim. 48 hours later, the counter skimmed beyond 1.3 million. Pacific Style blogs crowned her the taco couturiere, yet every sponsor letter froze at size 16. She slid each pitch into a folder marked shrinking nets, wiped salsa juja off her cuff, and pressed another tortilla. Storm Safety Week dropped an email from Columbia Sportswear inviting her to co-design a spray show capsule titled Tide Pulse. Aurora replied with 3 pair firm terms: patterns reaching 60-inch hips, half the crew hired from community college fashion cohorts, and 10% of net profit pledged to kelp forest restoration from Malibu to Mendocino. Columbia signed before dawn, tinted the skylight coral. The chute opened on a sandbar where hatchling plovers carved commas toward glassy ripple. She guided paddle boarders of every shape across mirror water while a drone drew lazy infinity loops overhead. When the lookbook landed, every extended size jacket vanished in 41 hours across 30 nations, and Lantern Ripple leapt beyond 700,000 lantern icons. Powdered sugar still dusted her palms from an overnight churro sprint when she balanced her phone on a rice sack, ducked behind flour barrels, and live streamed tear-bright things beneath buzzing fluorescence. Quick Tidal Ask number 1. If this story already lifts your chest, tap subscribe right now. One gentle click secures your rail seat so next week's voyage slides into your feet before algorithm drift can scatter it. Down in the description, you will spot a quiet compass link, a science-backed map that steers any conversation toward genuine spark and shows the clearest way to win a woman's heart without games. Spotlight shimmer lured rumor goals. A clickbait vlog claimed Aurora cinched steel plates round her waist beneath tide pulse shells. At dawn, she paddled a cedar board past eelgrass ribbons, stood whitefoot in sports bra and linen shorts, traced each silver stretch line with crushed bougainvillea, and riffed a sax solo so raw pelicans froze mid-glide. 10 million viewers reposted the clip, tagged only bougainvillea proof, brushing petal dust across their own curves until gossip slid under the tide. Truck wages braided with capsule royalties and whipped into seaside butter, a whip cloud swirling, spruce tip cream, lime leaf oil, and mica sparks that shine seashell white in any flash. 19,010s cooled on her father's chart table, lids tied with braided long line, each tag printed Moisturizer Horizon. Stock drained in 82 minutes, lifting $198,000. 20% seeded, Beacon grants delivering industrial surgers and hydrophones to plus-size teams in shoreline schools from Santa Cruz to Seattle. 8 months later, 36 grant teams streamed a floating fashion and well-sung gala aboard a retro trawler. Strung in solar lights, Dorn color splashing into classrooms from Kingston to Kyoto. San Francisco wore Fashion Night minted new Jetty legend when a backstage vent shredded her sapphire mesh gown from hip to heel, 90 breaths before runaway. Aurora ripped neon dock rope off a lighting brace, laced the gap like hiking hooks, and strode as if the splice had slept in every sketch. Camera shutters cracked like kettle corn. Vogue Pacific crowned it rope cadence rescue while another million lantern sparks lit before bass lines shook the after-party pier. Trouble circled again when a former intern leaked cropped mails hinting she demanded crab tower banquets and chauffeurs gifts for her rescue pelican Horizon. She posted the whole chain: refillable water coolers, lentil stew for crew, caption screens for deaf stylists. That month's affiliate surge, $135,000, funded biodegradable crab trap pilots off P.T. Reyes. Fans repeated her Doc Creed receipts, shine brighter than rumor grit, until whispers flatten like fog. Family steadies her helm. Twice every month, she streams Porcelain Groove. Mom scatters soulful chords beside a propane griddle. Dad swaps cloud haiku. Aurora flips thrift denim while Horizon waddles through powdered sugar. One broadcast nudged 9 million views when the bird sneezed glitter on the lens. A wildlife trust now sponsors every stream, tagging rehabilitated pelicans with solar beacons paid by Seaside Butter. Butter revenue crested beyond $12 million before Equinox number 2. Aurora leased a dormant fish packing shed, carved skylights through corrugated tin, hired furloughed deckhands plus design grass to whip custard and knot lids by hand during midday sax house sets. Auditors push shrink seals. She echoed Grandma Love's fingertips, keep legend longer than plastic clamps and rope ties stay. Her feed lives on a sky. Basalt Cliff portraits share space with taco truck selfies, captioned, "Same sky, different tide." She posts breath loops recorded in sea caves, printable resilience sheets in English and Spanish, and discount codes for sliding scale therapy. 134,000 readers call her shoreline candor their first calm harbor. Community glow ride shimmer under crushed shell flex. Hundreds coast sunset drives wearing Seaside Butter on collarbones. LED seagrass tassels twirling from bike spokes. Ticket proceeds fatten Beacon grants and raise wheelchair snorkel lifts at spring-fed coves. Chatter Shack's Bubble Light clam bowls bump 15% on ride nights. Aurora pedals lead on a vintage cruiser with Horizon plush buckled in front, pausing to knot any riders dragging lace. She is tightening a memoir called Currents Keep Names, set for 11-language release next spring, while a documentary crew shadows her blueprint to weld retired blue chains into floating maker hubs for headland schools. Puma's Wide to Wave Waveliner sneaker lands next quarter, threaded with reflective rope, cushioned by algae foam, channeling 10% of revenue into Beacon nurseries along the Pacific Arc. Gentle nudge number 2, if your subscribe badge still flashes red, let it fade to calm gray now. One thumb tap guarantees next week's tide rises in your notifications before algorithm undercurrents shift. Remember, that discreet link in the description can lead you through the most reliable doorway to authentic romance, zero gimmicks required. Playback eases toward Hush. Fresh tins of Seaside Butter, Beacon Grant portals, tonight's Porcelain playlist, and the Love Compass all wait just below this screen. Free entry one click away, yours whenever courage knocks. If the Soda Cap Spine Shimmer, Rope Lace Gown Rescue, or Horizon Glitter Sneeze coaxed even half a smile, tap like, post your brightest ripple in the comments, and share this selling with a friend whose sales hang slack. Every curve redirects currents, every scar refracts lighthouse beams, and the coast bows to anyone bold enough to plant 2 sheer boots on the pier and greet tomorrow eyes bright. Last Sea Breeze crosses the mic. Subscribe this instant. Claim your rail. Follow that love link tucked inside the description and meet me on the next Rising Tide when a brand new story glimmers beyond the breakers. Encourage sings your name once more.